College sports players could see some major changes if Congress pushes through a bipartisan bill setting up a whole slate of nationwide rules. Two of the country's biggest conferences are backing the move, but some are pushing back on it. NewsNation national correspondent Brooke Shafer is following this from Miami for us. Brooke, good morning to you. So I know that the Senate just took this major step on the Protect College Sports Act, but its fate is still up in the air. What's the deal?
Yeah, hey, Markie, good morning. The Senate has moved the ball, if you will, but it hasn't reached the end zone just yet. Majority Leader John Thune started the process yesterday to bring the Protect College Sports Act up for an initial Senate vote as soon as tomorrow, ahead of the Senate's scheduled August recess. The bill would create national rules for NIL payments, transfers, eligibility, health protections, and enforcement. It would also allow roughly $28 million in extra retention spending. Now, the Big Ten and the SEC, they're now backing this revised bill after months of opposition. Former Alabama football coach Nick Saban says he helped shape it, and he's now making a direct pitch to Congress to move it forward.
I think where we're at right now is not really sustainable. We needed some kind of legislation that would give antitrust protection so that lawsuits wouldn't rule the day. It's not perfect, but it certainly addresses 80% of the needs.
Yeah, I know. Coaches, teams, players everywhere watching this play out, wondering what this means for them in the future. Yeah. Brooke, I know that some schools in Florida are still raising red flags about this bill. What's their problem with it?
Yeah, some are watching this pretty concerned. And at least here in Florida, there are two different concerns here, Markie. Florida's University Task Force doesn't want Congress freezing the conference map. The revised bill would block the richest conferences from expanding beyond 19 schools in certain deals. That would matter a lot to Florida State, who's right now in the ACC, but wanting to possibly make a move to a more lucrative conference like the Big Ten, which already has 18 schools. But that pushback, it goes beyond just the realignment of these conferences. Former University of Florida player Derek Wingo now works as an NIL director. He says the bill could give athletes too little time to get advice before making one of the biggest financial decisions of their lives.
You know, an athlete can't talk to these agents after whatever it might be, the 2 weeks or 5 weeks at the end of their last collegiate game, and then expect to make one of the most important decisions of their life and who's going to manage that and be the key front person on that in that short period of time, right? That's something that, I really don't agree with.
There's also an important clarification, though, too, to all of this, Markie. This morning at Tuesday's task force meeting, officials talked about a reported requirement that a school changing conferences spend 5 years as an independent. That got a lot of pushback. That requirement right now does not appear on the new revised text.
Wow.
Markie?
Interesting. Okay, we'll be watching and waiting for next steps. Brooke Shafer, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.